Welcome to this week's Moneybags game, the fun-filled, fast-paced money quiz, where one of our clever contestants gets to become a real-life Moneybags and takes away the lovely loot at the end. But only if they can show that they're a savvy shopper and a brilliant budgeter. Now you all know the rules, £500 for every correct answer, and whoever gets the most answers correct is the winner, and the winner takes it all. So let's get making some money. Gary, what does PIN stand for?
Personal identification number. Mine is 28...
correct, Gary. But steady on, that's going a bit far. We don't need to know that, and you should always keep your PIN a secret. Gemma, what does ATM stand for?
Automated teller machine?
Yep, that's right. David, can you be charged for taking money out of an ATM?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, and it happens to me all the time.
You're right, David, you can. But Gary, you're not being very savvy if you do that, except in emergencies. Rebecca, what does APR stand for?
Annual personal rate?
No, Rebecca, not quite right. Annual percentage rate. Gary, can you tell me, is APR a measure of interest paid on a loan, or the amount of interest you receive on your saving?
It's the amount of interest you pay back in a loan. And you know what? The bigger the APR, the more you end up paying back. I tell you what, I'm paying a fortune.
Yes, Gary, thank you. And it's always you that adds that extra little comment just in case we didn't know. But no extra cash for that, still only £500. Now Gemma, give me 3 types of lenders where you can get a personal loan.
Well, you can get a loan from the bank, a payday loan off the internet, or a loan from your credit union.
Yep, Gemma, that's 3 good examples there. But tell me, David, who's likely to provide you with the most affordable loan?
Well, it depends, you see, how much you're borrowing, how much you can pay back. And it depends on who you're borrowing it from and how much they lend you. You see, I think you should really shop around and take some advice if it's needed. I always do.
Yes, David, thank you. It is complicated, but I think you still get full marks for that answer. You know who to check who's charging what for a loan. Rebecca, sometimes people get into debt and can't pay back their loans. If this happens, what should they do?
Hide the demand letter at the back of the drawer?
Dear Rebecca, that's really what you shouldn't do. What about you, Gary? Do you know?
Aye, you go down to your local pawn shop and you get some readies to pay them off. You know, like pay Paul for Peter.
No, that's about the last thing you should do, Gary. What about you, Gemma? What do you think is the correct answer?
Well, there are a lot of great places to go for debt advice. There's the Citizens Advice, your council, or National Debt Line.
You should never pay for money or debt advice.
Yeah, Gemma, that's right. And there are lots of good independent free advice agencies out there. Another £500 in the pot for you.
Another 5 for me as well. Mind what I said about the not paying for advice?
Sorry, David, it wasn't your question. That's us all out of time, so let's find out who this week's Moneybags is. Rebecca, you've scored 0 points. Gary and David, you're equal scoring on £1,000 each. And this week's winner is Gemma, who has scored £1,500. And that makes you, Gemma, this week's Moneybags. And you get to take away all the money. Congratulations. Tell us, Gemma, what are you going to do with your winnings this week? Put it in a savings account or blow it in a holiday?
Well, first I'll take us all out for a little treat, and then I'll use the rest to pay off my student loan.
Thank you to all our contestants, and thanks to you for being such a great audience. Bye for now.